Today, I'm going to share with you how I was able to generate 43 inbound sales leads in less than 5 minutes. And I'm going to share with you the blueprint, the framework, step-by-step process, and how you can do that for your freight broker or freight agency business. So let's dive in really quick. For those of you that know me, know that I'm a big LinkedIn fan, okay? I've generated thousands of leads and well over $20 million in annual recurring revenue for my freight brokerage when I owned that business. I joined LinkedIn in 2007, sold that company in 2016. And during that time, we were able to leverage LinkedIn very heavily to grow our business, right? And so I'm a huge proponent of LinkedIn. And so today I'm going to share with you a strategy that I used on LinkedIn that allowed me to generate recently, just in the last couple of months, allowed me to generate over 43 inbound sales leads and how you can do this for your business. So let's take a quick look here. All right, so here we are, guys. So this is a post that I did 2 months ago. You can see here, I'm going to read the post to you, and then I'm going to pick it apart and explain to you. What I did was I went to my LinkedIn. You're able to post content. And so what I did is I posted this. It was a little bit of a kind of a micro blog with an image. So let's walk through this. Here's the image that caught everybody's attention, right? It says my pitch, my prospect at 901 and me, right? So it's got an interesting image. And then I got a little bit of text here. It says this about sums it up for most freight brokers and freight agents here on LinkedIn. And then it says special free offer at the bottom. I remember the first shipping client I ever got using LinkedIn. It was in 2008 and I had no clue what the hell I was doing, but I learned quickly what worked and what didn't. We rapidly added LinkedIn and social selling to our sales system. Since then, we've done business with hundreds of customers and generated well over $20 million from LinkedIn. Are you struggling to get shippers? Comment help, and I'll send you a link to a free freight broker sales training library. No cost, no email opt-in, not gated. Just reply with help below to get free access. So that is the post that I used to generate 43 inbound leads. And you can see here in the comments below, the first thing I said, I reinforced my call to action, which was comment with help to access the extensive library of freight broker sales training videos. And all I sent to them was my YouTube playlist of freight broker sales training videos. That's what I agreed to. I agreed to give them a free access to a bunch of free freight broker sales training. And then I also, at the time, we had open enrollment. I think we had open enrollment, or we were about to open enrollment for my freight broker sales accelerator. And so I also said, hey, if you want me to be your freight broker sales coach, show you how to get shippers in any market conditions, up or down, get on the freight broker sales accelerator waitlist and a link to the waitlist. And I think from this, I think I added that day and the day after, probably about 20 or more people to the waitlist. They actually opted into the waitlist. But this is where it gets a little bit crazy. If you look down, I'm going to scroll down through the comments and you guys will be able to see this. You're going to see that here's the first person. Here's another person that asked for help. Here's another person that asked for help. Another person who asked for help. All these people are asking for help. These are leads. These are people that are interested in learning how to get shippers. They're interested in learning how to use LinkedIn, right? So I'm generating this for my business, right? Which is the training business. But I also did this for other businesses in the past when I've had consulting business, when I had my LinkedIn, when I had my brokerage. So any business can use this type of a framework to generate inbound leads for their business. Now, are you going to generate 43 leads every time you do a post? Probably not. But just imagine if you were able to generate 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 a week, and it costs you nothing, and they were inbound leads. So you can see here as I scroll down, help, help, help. Everybody's looking for help, right? And so then what I did was, so we're going to take this example, right? And we're going to pull this up. So this is a person who actually, this is a dialogue. I'm going to open this up of someone who asked for help. So you can see here, this person asked for help. And I sent the link. I said, here's the link to the free training. And exactly what I offered her, I provided to her. And she said, thank you so much, Dennis. And I said, you're welcome. And then I said, hey, I'm curious, are you on my wait list for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program? And she said, I'm not currently. What is it? So now she's asking me for additional help and additional information. I said, it's my 5-week Freight Broker Sales coaching program, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. And I sent her the link to get on the list. And she said, I'll go sign up. Okay, great. So she got on the sale. So ultimately, what ended up happening was she ended up responding to that post, getting the free offer that I provided to her, and then she signed up onto the wait list for my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. Now, I don't know if she actually purchased the program. I'm not sure if she did or she didn't, but I'm using this just as a case study to show you how I took a one-to-many approach, right? Which is this post. This is a one-to-many approach. And then I narrowed it down to a one-to-one approach, okay? Where I could have a dialogue with that person and we could start building rapport and I could provide value. At that point, good things can start happening, right? So this is an example of a post that I did on LinkedIn that I wanted to share with you. So again, I'm going to pick this apart a little bit. There's a couple of things that I did here that are really critical that you understand. Number one, you can see that you have to have some sort of a pattern interrupt, right? So I used this image as a pattern interrupt. When people are scrolling through the feed, I use this image to get their attention, right? This is kind of like that sales hook formula that I talk about in my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, right? But ultimately, you have to have some sort of a pattern interrupt. You have to be a little bit different. So I use this image, right, as a way to interrupt the pattern. I assure you, this is probably the only time this image has ever been on here before, right? So it was an interesting, compelling, different image. And then I used a storyline format, right? There's that old adage, facts tell, but stories sell, right? And so I used the story format. I told the story about how I got my first client and how it helped my business. And then I offered to share that, right? And then that's the other part of it is I made a really compelling offer. Here's the compelling offer. The compelling offer is this. Are you struggling? Great. If you are, just let me know you need some help and I'll send you a free link, right, to a Freight Broker sales training library where they could go in and full access, and it says it's no cost, no email opt-in, and not gated. So I made it very, very easy for them. So those are some of the key things. Number one, I had a pattern interrupt. I had a hook, something to catch their attention. Number two, I used a story kind of format, a short story format. Number three, I made a really compelling and interesting offer. And number four, I made it very easy for them, very easy for them. All they had to do is go down in the comments and type the word help. And you can see here, if you count through, but the point is I think 43 plus people all opted in and asked for help around a specific topic, which is sales related, which is LinkedIn related, which is something that I'm very good at, something I teach, something I've done myself, something I've leveraged, and something that could be very valuable to them. So here's the thing, guys, not every post can be a lead generation post. What you have to understand is that you have to build a network of people that are in your target market, right? Because they have to be putting your content out to people that are of interest, right? That are interested in what you have to say. And so ultimately, there's a couple of keys there, right? You got to build a network of people in your target market. And then you have to take the strategy of kind of this whole give, ask, right? So if you're going to give a lot of value, you're going to provide a lot of content, whether you're posting something every day or a few times a week. And then eventually you can make an offer, something like I did here, this compelling offer, and you can generate inbound leads. You could do one of these a week. You could do one of these every couple of weeks, but ultimately just imagine your business if you had shippers contacting you and asking you for help. Just imagine the difference in the paradigm shift and the difference in the conversations that you could have. Now, I'm not telling you that this is going to 100% replace cold outreach. I'm not saying that at all. I think you should be doing both. I don't think it needs to be an either or. But this is a strategy that 100% will work for your business. It's worked for mine. It's worked for many of my other students. And it can work for you, whether you're in the freight brokerage industry or you're a carrier or you're an owner operator or you're in a totally different industry. The point is that if you can create, a solid hook and get their attention, and you can make a compelling offer and you can make it easy for them, you have the ability to generate inbound leads. And I don't think you'd be disappointed if you had 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 people per week reaching out to you and asking you for help with their freight, logistics, transportation needs. Now, you'd have to customize the post and the content and the offer to that target market, but that's just really not that hard, right? So this isn't the post. You can't copy my post and use that post, but you can use the framework. You can use the blueprint. You can use the kind of the whole concept of what I did here, and you could apply it to your business, apply it to your niche. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I hope that was valuable to you. If it was, hit me up in the comments and let me know. 1 to 10. 1, Dennis, this really is up my alley. I really don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. 10 is, this is perfect. Appreciate it. Give me more content, more training around this type of information. I really like the whole marketing side. I like the inbound side. I like the sales training side. Let me know. Give me some feedback there. Truly appreciate it. And listen, if you're curious about becoming a freight broker or a freight agent, and you just haven't put all the pieces together and you're looking for some help, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. We've trained over 10,000 students, been in business over a decade, and we offer a 60-day, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. And if you are curious about my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program, that coaching program that I have, it's a 5-week program where I take that piece of my brain, I transplant it into your head, and I teach you everything about my favorite freight broker sales strategies, tactics, tools, and my entire sales system that I used to do over $200 million a year, or $200 million as a freight broker. You can get on the wait list at freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. That'll be up on the screen here at some point, or you can just go freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. Really appreciate you guys being here. Hope this was valuable to you. If you're not signed up and on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn. Find me, just search Dennis Brown Freight Broker. You'll see me. Let's get connected. Hope you guys enjoyed this.